Quick, you only have 10 seconds to drop a like and subscribe if you guys want to know the true intention behind the visitor skin's return and how this will shape the map leading up to a major live event to end off Season X. Do you want a free Season X Battle Pass?
Yes.
Well, simply make sure you subscribe to the channel with the post notification bell turned on and comment your Epic Game ID down below, that way I can add some of you and send you the Battle Pass for free. We're also super close to 650,000 total subscribers, so everybody watching the video right now, if you're not subscribed, hit the big red button and you potentially also could be the 650,000th subscriber. Want me to give away more Battle Passes, increasing everybody's odds of getting one and support me? Well, simply make sure to use code FriendlyMachine in the item shop. Let me know if you're rocking the code and your Epic Games ID down below, that way I can hook some of you guys up with some V-Bucks. Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video. So in today's video, whilst it's pretty obvious that the visitor has returned, many do not know of this or his key importance or the component that he is in the Fortnite storyline, despite how complex it may be. In today's video, however, you will walk away not only knowing where he originated from or his importance or kickstart in the storyline that we now know or have seen throughout Fortnite showcased in trailers or live events, but you'll also become aware of everything that's planned for him going into the future and his involvement furthermore in the Fortnite storyline and even with the Season X live event. With that said, there's a ton of things to discuss in this video, and without any more further ado before I get into it, just simply make sure you're sticking around for the full thing because I guarantee you guys, you won't want to miss anything. So to ultimately understand everything that's going to be going on in Season X involving the visitor, we need to firstly touch upon and recap his origin. In Season 4, obviously, if many of you played back then or didn't, well basically there was a meteor crash, literally the same one but hit the ground instead of being frozen in time, that we can see in the Season X map, but was displayed literally in the Season 4 trailer. In the meteor, just like as shown in the Frozen in Time meteor in Season X in Season 4, contained the capsule of the visitor, which was later opened in around the 7th week, the time of which we can unlock this skin to wear in-game and have in our Fortnite locker. And out of this cryogenic slumber seemingly that the visitor was in, out broke the visitor. The Snobby Shore's evil lair at this time was fully intact and only just recently made, with a giant rocket inside that obviously the visitor then went and launched, obviously for the first ever live event that we've seen ever in Battle Royale, ultimately taking it to new heights in terms of not only hype and popularity, but also future expectations. With the launch of this rocket, the interdimensional portals were opened for the first time that we see literally even today above the rift beacons that are activated. All the way back then though, we knew no importance of these or purpose in our Fortnite map, whether it's developing it furthermore or contributing more toward the storyline that's very underlying. Obviously to end off this event, the rocket disappeared as well as the visitor, I'm guessing, inside it, to a place that we didn't know, and we ultimately just thought this live event was something fun that they literally implemented with no context behind it. We now, however, have discovered that this has key importance even 6 seasons later for the 10th season anniversary of Fortnite, now in Season X. Our very first implication toward this being so was before Season X launched in the second official Season X teaser published by @Fortnite Games official verified Twitter, obviously on Twitter itself, and as you can see the left symbol of this image is clearly exactly the same of what the visitor literally has on his shoulder. The very next tease of the visitor's importance was in the Season X trailer itself, with the reappearance or the explanation as to where the rocket went and ultimately when in this mixture of dimensions, or a kind of in-between of dimensions themselves. The most interesting aspect of the visitor's return, despite obviously being in the map, this pod opened already in the Frozen in Time meteor, is Dusty Depot, which many people haven't paid too much attention to considering they think it's exactly the same. However, this could not be more wrong considering here is a comparison of Dusty Depot, obviously from its original origin from Season 1, 2, 3 when it was originally in the game, compared to now in Season X, and as you can see, there is a clear difference in the ordering of these warehouses. Considering Dusty Depot turned into Dusty Divot and remained as that for many seasons once the meteor hit, many players didn't pick up upon this difference. However, it's clearly distinguished in this image right here, and obviously players, even upon looking at this, didn't think there was too much importance behind this rearrangement of ordering. As the weeks have passed, with us newly seen rift beacons sprout out of various locations even for the first time, or multiple up until now that we've actually seen in various different named locations or POIs, obviously they've had to be manufactured somewhere on our island, then transported to said named location or POI. And this place referring back to Dusty Depot with this slight rearrangement from what it once was, is in the grey warehouse. As you can see, it almost seems like the person operating it anyways is trying not to draw attention to it, and obviously is creating something inside, with further developments being made toward this construction layer inside every week. From a rift beacon being implemented in the warehouse in one of the weekly updates, it was clear to distinguish and obviously confirmed that the rift beacons were being manufactured here at the newly arranged or re-implemented Dusty Depot. With the implementation of rift beacons also, it was clear to distinguish a correlation between the design of the visitor skin's mask itself and these actual rift beacons, or how they're operated, similar to his original intention of opening this interdimensional portal in the sky, as this ultimately is what the rift beacons are also trying to achieve. With people curious as to know who truly was operating 100% confirmed this rift beacon manufactured location or warehouse, they hopped into Creative to then further confirm through the naming of this particular warehouse, the grey one with the shutters down, that it was operated or owned by the visitor. Again, this furthermore makes sense considering the design and overall the aesthetical appearance of the rift beacons and the visitor's visor on his helmet. With us now knowing this, and with it being completely obvious that the original intention of the visitor opening these portals is the same in Season X that he's trying to achieve, how is it different in this season? If you guys aren't already switched on and paying attention, make sure you're paying attention right now, because this theory is about to get insane. So obviously at the start of Season 4, with the crash of the meteor literally hitting our map, the visitor had nowhere to then construct or basically carry out these manufacturing prospects of the rift beacons, ultimately trying to achieve said purpose of opening certain places on the map to bring back through things from other dimensions or prior named locations. Because of this, he obviously saw an opportunity to escape, thinking his plan had failed, and then hopped back through time in the rocket and is now here, back frozen in time, obviously to fulfill the purpose of constructing these rift beacons at the warehouse. Despite many people thinking Season X is just a rehash or a reliving season of events that have previously occurred, this is not the plan or the intention of the visitor. In his opinion anyways, everything seems to be running smoothly, and exactly as planned. This ultimately means the crash of the meteor literally colliding into our map creating Dusty Divot was a mistake. The visitor originally intended to freeze this meteor in time when hopping through into our world anyways, considering obviously he's from outer space or another planet. We know this because obviously he's taken it upon himself to escape from the pod that's frozen in time and already start constructing immediately at the start of Season X these rift beacons, and ultimately trying to refine and maximise the potential of his warehouse to make this process quicker. I know what a lot of you must be thinking, well, doesn't this identically match what he was trying to do in Season 4, opening rifts in the sky to predominantly just pull things back through a different dimension? Well, not exactly, because Season X obviously now is very switched up. This means we have 2 appearances of the visitor in only one Fortnite realm. This begs the question, what is not only the intention of one of them, but both? And I can see each other being ultimately a threat or counterproductive if they collide to one another. Either way, it's safe to say that this won't happen for a very long time anyways, considering we have a character unlocked throughout every season that has large ties to the storyline. For example, last season it was Singularity in the Utopia challenges, and this season, applying the same context, is the 0 point skin that's yet to be revealed. The reason we know there will be no appearance of a second visitor until, well, the end of the season is because all of these secret skins unlocked are at the end of every season. Also, as the seasons have progressed, we've had more hints originally at the start of each initial season, either in the map or either in the battle pass, of what this secret skin would be. For example, the Singularity skin was teased or basically right in front of our eyes the entire time of Season 9, with the newest implemented Neo-tilted statue literally being the skin or commemorated or designed around it itself. If we apply that same context of hints in the map at the start of the season initially to Season X of what the secret skin will be, it's definitely determining or basically kind of hinting at a second visitor also making an appearance. Now this leads us back to our initial point, what is the intention of the visitor? Well, it's safe to say either way, with us not exactly knowing what the true intention is behind all of these rift beacons or the rocket launch itself, we know that both visitors are going to have ulterior opinions. With this said, with both visitors making an appearance in our island at the same time toward the end of the season, this will ultimately result in mass destruction. Obviously with intelligence involved here, not just a giant fight between 2 giant creatures or beings like the Polar Peak monster and the robot itself. With this said, and with this prospect of change in different various name locations and POIs evolving, so more Rift Beacons are doing this, it ultimately begs the question, how long is this going to go for, and how much of the island is obviously going to be changed because of this? Well, eventually, for a live event toward the end of the season, I believe definitely we'll see a showdown between both visitors, obviously the one we've seen at the start of this season, before crash landing in the Meteor, already opening the pod to jump out and design the Rift Beacons, and the one that's in the rocket, also showcased, literally still in there at the start of the Season X trailer. The outcome of this may surprise you, considering, well, Donald Mustard, if you remember a long time ago, obviously confirmed at some point we'd be seeing a new map indefinitely, and here is the clip to further confirm that.
Okay, we've had some questions about, is there ever going to be a new map for Battle Royale? Kind of like PUBG's done with the desert map or whatever. Is there going to be something else in the future, or are you just going to kind of tool around with this one?
There will definitely be a new map at some point.
With a lead developer stating this obviously begs the question, when will it be? Well, obviously many players thought it would be the aftermath or outcome of the Polar Peak monster and the robot fighting in the final showdown due to mass destruction of these two giant participants. This could not happen, however, considering the World Cup obviously occurred a few days after and would have been unfair on the pro players to adjust to all the change of a brand new map. But what if, to conclude the storyline as a whole and obviously bring back certain favourite parts of it, to have this happen in Season 10 as an ending to all of the madness? Not only that, but to finally make sense of everything we've seen and actually know what the visitors' initial intent was. That's just my theory anyways, but obviously we have further leads to go off that are teased by the developers that will have some importance, or a large importance anyways, in our Fortnite realm right now. Donald Mustard, the same lead developer that confirmed a new map coming definitely at some point, changed his Twitter location bio, which he always does, to something currently going on or going to affect or be involved largely with our Fortnite storyline. And obviously the location now states Dusty, implying furthermore, because we know the visitor owns and is actively working in this warehouse, that he has a predominant role once again in the storyline and the map developments. Fortnite also tweeted out this image last night showcasing the visitor skin himself, but in the reflection of his visor, something further more interesting than just the skin itself making a return this season, involvement wise in the storyline. Obviously we can see the disassemblement of a brute, and I'm guessing he's using the parts of these to further construct more Rift Beacons, and this would make sense for why Epic Games haven't vaulted the brute, because they can't, because they're so involved with the storyline and how the season is going to develop in terms of all the map changes that are yet to come and have already happened. Considering Rift Beacons obviously need metal and materials to be constructed, and what better way than to use the scrap salvage off the brutes that we already don't like anyway, that Fortnite may have originally predicted before Season X even launched. Anyways, with that said, that's my insane theory behind everything happening and why everything has happened in the way it has, or accordingly so far, in Season X. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below, and obviously make sure to slap a like on this video if you enjoyed and want it to reach more people, because honestly, I think what I stated today ultimately makes a lot of sense. Also, saving the video to the liked playlist will allow you to re-access the video in a very quick and easy manner to then soak in any additional information that you perhaps didn't comprehend in your first watch, considering I literally scrambled your guys' brains this video. Also, make sure you're subscribing to the channel to never miss out on any future map updates or storyline threads or theories, further confirming what's going to happen to ultimately develop an ending or a live event in Season X. Hopefully I can see you guys sticking around on the channel from remaining active in the comment section of my future videos to come, and I'm out. Have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.